We know that numbers matter, right? But numbers alone don't tell us the entire story. And so just by having more women in parliament is important. But representation, we know, cannot just be measured by how many women occupy seats. So that's probably one of the biggest observation. The second point takeaway I would like to mention is that we know that presence of women doesn't, again, automatically mean that women's interests are being advanced, right? So one of the central questions of the book is whether women are actually able to influence policy and decision making once they enter political institutions. Now, let's keep in mind this takes us a little bit towards substantive representation. And then the third key takeaway I would like to mention is that we know that gender quotas can be incredibly valuable because they do open doors for women. But at the same time, it's important for us to recognize that quotas have their own limitations. Specifically, if women remain dependent on party structures or other elite political networks. And in the case of Pakistan, that very much is the case because we know that women in the political space do come up the rankings in the pipeline, political pipelines, which are usually gatekept by political parties. The fourth takeaway I would like to mention is that women we know are not a single political group. Their experiences are shaped not only by gender, but also we need to recognize that women in Pakistan are also shaped by class, religion, specifically ethnicity, region, and even political affiliations, right? So there's a lot of intersectional dynamics at play that we do need to look at. So by highlighting that women are not a single political group, that opens up spaces for us to think about representation in Pakistan in regards to women in a very nuanced way. Um, and then the fifth takeaway I would like to mention is that Pakistan's historical and political context, we know, really matters. We know that there are colonial legacies at play, Islamicization, nationalism, and also state building, right? And all of these things have influenced how women access public spaces, specifically political spaces, and also how women exercise their own political power. And also, how does that reflect women's agency in a broader sense? And then finally, a very meaningful inclusion I would like to add requires that we have reserved seats, but then we go a step further, right? So long-term gender equality always depends on changes within institutions, within political parties, and also the policymaking processes. So just by having reserved seats is not enough. And I believe that's one of the largest takeaways from this book, going back to my first point, is that we have to make sure that women can participate in real influence and authority